Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Cup Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the bottom side as the Panzer lead player, we have Noob. Spawn on the top side as the US player, we have Andryhaz. Or Andryhaz. What did that say? Camouflage enable ability? I wasn't paying attention to that. But he has selected Doctrine, that's for sure. So let's switch over to the US player, let's see what he's going for. Two engineers, that's what he's going for, as well as a barracks. Panzer Grenadiers being employed on the field as well. Can Krad capture this fuel point? Panzer Grenadiers eyeing for this cutoff point.
Welding, shooting, sleeping, it's all the same to me.
Got this cutting Grad now advancing on forward, trying to get forward, trying to capture this fuel point.
We held the point. Rifle squad on point.
Initial point has been captured on up. We do have this rifle squad now employed on the field. And now we do got this cutting Grad eyeing to may try to bully around the engineers, but just a VP. Nothing really too significant. Of course, does get the D capture there, but just a VP at this point in the game. That's nothing too significant. Engineers now advancing forward, trying to get some good damage down the engineers. Engineers do fall back, riflemen do skirt around to this heavy cover there. Very good. Engineers eyeing for the heavy cover, this hay as well. And now the Kitten Grad can push forward in order to knock out the rifleman. Now the heavy cover, but does retreat back nice and early.
Stand two. Jeep up.
Fresh Jeep out on the field, makes its way forward now. We'll actually find some good rounds of that Panzer Grenadier. Getting some good damage there. Jeep's going to be repaired up by the engineers. Nope, they're not being repaired on up. Making their way forward now. Panzer Grenadiers are behind this heavy cover as well. That's well. And this Panzer Grenadier squad does get withdrawal. He does go ahead and try to knock these Panzer Grenadiers around, but it's inside the garrison. Only one window on the side. There is only one window on this side as well. And decided to fall back on the far side of the garrison. Jeep could try to find a good angle onto it, but decides to reverse into the Panzer Grenadiers and does go ahead and knock around those models. Panzer Grenadiers trying to get inside this building now. And does get inside the building there, and there's two windows on the side, getting some good damage there as they start withdrawing back out of the building. We got these Panzer Grenadiers reinforced, pushing way forward as we got these ones. Still has two models remaining. And granted, we're seeing a bit of fire as well. Okay, yeah, moving around the map like that is causing lag spikes. It's not designed to view everything like that. Panzer Grenadiers gets good damage there on the Jeep. Jeep's down to half health. Rifleman squad on the flank could go for this heavy cover there. We've also got this rifleman squad inside this garrison. There's only one, maybe two windows firing out from that side. It's not exactly that great, so he may want to get out of the garrison to fire up some more rounds. Jeep's seeing quite a bit of fire now and needs to withdraw, and so does the Panzer Grenadiers. Grad capturing up that munitions sector now. And looks like engineers are pushing forward, trying to capture this point. He does have base healing on the field, so it looks like he went for that first, trying to get these guys nice and healed up, in which they do need a lot of healing right now. And going for Kampfgriff Company. I can go for straight for the Panzer Command and pull out a 2-2 or 5.
Forward supply lines.
Rifleman's squad will capture that fuel point. Engineers laying down some landmines here. Oops, and the mini-map went crazy. Grad capturing that VP now, and this VP's been claimed up as well. Grad advancing on forward with these Panzer Grenadiers to support. And now this Jeep is patrolling around. This Kettengrad's making his way back. There's one for some Kettengrad. I wonder if he did go for Luftwaffe ground forces. Let's switch over to him. Both players have 0 command points, so it's unlikely he had enough command points to get ability just yet. Jeep now engaging these Panzer Grenadiers at close range. Rifleman squad being engaged from good garrison. 5 out of 6 models are currently firing. It does get outside the garrison entirely.
Jeep is getting shot to hell here.
Jeep is below half health now. We've got these. The Kettengrad's receiving a bit of fire there. This Rifleman squad received quite a bit of abuse. Needs to fall back. It does. This Rifleman squad is firing away. Is quite wounded as well. This Jeep pushes forward, also wounded. Receiving a pretty good volley there as well. Jeep needs to withdraw from this region. About ready to go down. Does get an engine crit there. Engineers trying to push forward, trying to get some repairs. Maybe try to get lucky with getting the engine repaired on up. Rifle squad now engaging. Engineers are getting annihilated. Does get some help on the Jeep help with withdrawal. Both of these rifle squads are firing away. The Panzer Grenadiers are focused on the Jeeps. The rifle squads are able to fire with impunity.
We are losing a sector.
And these Panzer Grenadiers are likely to fall back really soon. Receive a bit too much fire there. This rifle squad needs to advance forward a little bit. Now fear this rifle squad engaging this Panzer Grenadier. Engineers do capture that fuel point, while this Kettengrad's capture that munitions point. Rifleman squad is engaging these 2 Panzer Grenadiers. Rifleman squads over here are advancing forward. One of them's quite wounded, the other one does get suppressed and forced back.
Supply is ours.
The also been claimed, and the Panzer Grenadiers going to be trying to force back these engineers now. Kettengrad's going to be eyeing to capture that fuel point, and the engineers do fall back. And both does the Panzer Grenadiers. We do have this Jeep needing much needed repairs. And we do have a motor pool here, so that Jeep will not receive repairs anytime soon.
Back at full fighting strength.
Rifleman squad is advancing forward, getting some good damage down the Kettengrad. The Kettengrad is capturing that VP, and he did kill for the Luftwaffe ground forces that camouflage. Rifleman squad is receiving quite a bit of fire right there. And this Kettengrad will fall back in time, severely wounded. Multiple Panzer Grenadiers are pushing way forward now. Got 4 more Panzer Grenadiers here. And US player, of course, has had some motor pool. Nothing to pull out just yet. Supply yards not being upgraded either. And it does spot the US landmine right there. That landmine was placed out by engineers, or was it actually put out by the riflemen? So he may have gotten infantry doctrine. As Grenadier squad does fall back there. We got this Jeep now advancing forward. Trying to hunt down this Kettengrad. He camouflaged in some direction. He's very, very close to it. He attacked moving this region, but missed it just by an inch. These forces do fall back now, and we've got sounds like a light ATF track deployed on the field. We have a Greyhound being deployed out as well, and the Kettengrad will camouflage away, probably back home.
We're losing a munitions sector.
Jeep and Rifleman still trying to hunt down that Kettengrad. It does spot it right there, and will gun him down.
Enemy unit down.
Light TF track advancing forward. Don't think you should go for a crit shot on Jeep, but you may use a crit shot on the Jeep. Greyhound has been pulled on the field. He may have sticky bomb research. Maybe a good idea to go for sticky bomb research if he has not already. These forces are being reinforced and pushed way forward. Do not have armor skirts just yet. Gets a decent hit there on that Panzer Grenadier. It does find a landmine right there. He did sweep it earlier, but does get detonated now. The half-track is advancing forward. Panzer Grenadiers sort of falling back to some heavy cover. One of these Panzer Grenadier squads fully withdrawing. This rifle squad and the Panzer Grenadiers engaging close range. And do have this Jeep repaired and engaging as well. Oh, here got this Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. Flame Rangers is going to force them back. Let's take out that Kettengrad as well, so no more stealth spotters for the Panzer Lead player. Rifle squad's trying to push forward, trying to engage that light AT half-track. This Panzer Grenadier squad does get forced some back and does get fully wiped out now. Damage and a crit there, so he will likely go down shortly. He does go down. And now this mortar half-track is withdrawing from this region. Good damage there onto that mortar half-track.
Losing a fuel sector.
But does not finish him off. Greyhound could try to advance forward, try to finish him off. Do you have a Panzer Support Command? Oh yeah, he has not gone for a Panzer Unit Command. He's going for a Panzer Support Command, and he's pulling out something there. We do not have another light half-track being applied on the field, and I heard 2 all units something. So he has selected a doctrine, I believe. 2 all units. I'm guessing those 2 all units may now capture territory. So he may be able to capture territory right now with his Greyhound. Yes, he is.
5 by 5.
Amazing how a tiny little clip of voice lines can tell you what doctrine he's gone for. It was armor versus Luftwaffe ground forces. Light half-track and mortar half-track pushing way forward. Jeep now receiving a bit of fire there.
Getting shot to hell here. Fuel point captured. Engineers taking heat.
Engineers have seen some hits there from the mortar half-track. Does fall back now.
Center up. 18 deployed.
Gas supplies Triage Center a bit far forward. So now he has some micro every single time he wants to use it and heal it up.
57 mil.
We're losing a sector.
And one AT gun deployed in the field, ready to engage his opponent's armor. It does get some good mortar hits there around that munitions point. Reference squad's captured that VP. We do have the light half-track engaging. Mortar half-track setting it up, ready for a barrage. And the Panzer Grenadiers advance forward, really trying to hit that rifleman squad.
Recon on point.
Panzer Grenadiers, all of them have upgraded with G43, striking squads advancing forward. Damage and crit there on the light half-track. Of course, there's a 80 gun in the region.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
And now some of these rifle squads are getting suppressed. Let's get a good hit there onto the mortar, with the mortar half-track on the Greyhound. Great mortar hit there on the rifleman as well. More mortar hits there. His forces starting to heal on up, get reinforced. Light or AT gun could push forward with the Greyhound or prevent the light half-track. And does take out the Kettengrad right there. Looks like just camouflage and does go down.
Yeah, ready for another feeding? Flamethrowers here. Come on, gear up.
Multiple M2 flamethrowers on the field. Of course, again, it's playing against Panzer Elite, so the chance of him pulling out landmines is severely limited.
Losing ground out there.
Scout here.
Now do have the Panzer Grenadiers advance forward, trying to get a good engagement on their Jeep. He does spot the Jeep capturing up, so it does give him an idea what doctrine he has gone for. Greyhound's now advancing forward. Rifleman squad's just sort of charging on in. The Panzer Grenadier squad does get forced some back. Jeep is still very much alive. I got these Rifleman squads sort of soft retreating away now. Quick look at the income of the Panzer League player. Let's have a good reserve of manpower at the moment. Small reserve of munitions, basically no fuel. Must have got some sort of recent research.
Ready to execute orders.
Jeep is advancing forward, trying to find some sort of engagement on these forces. Panzer Grenadiers find a shot there. Panzer Grenadiers engaging, trying to get some hits there on the riflemen. Getting hit by a lot of lag spikes. Not sure from what though. Rifleman squad having upgraded bars now. Over here, do you have the Luftwaffe ground forces? They have wired up that region, so the riflemen can't exactly go through that region. They can go through here though. Luftwaffe ground forces falling back. It does, of course, have bar research now as well.
Ready to pass on orders. The point has been secured.
More mortar rounds right there. Good hits there at the mortar half-track on that rifleman. You can use suppressive fire ability on both these rifleman squads with his Panzer Grenadiers, and does get another good mortar hit there on that rifleman squad. Looks like this force does get suppressed and pinned by this G43 squad. He does cut this wire there. Greyhound could charge forward through that wire. There's a lot of wire deployed out right there. More good mortar half-track hits there. The mortar half-tracks at 14 kills, not bad. And now we got a fresh Panzer Jäger command. He maybe... Okay, he is going for the mortar research. Could potentially go for a mortar itself. Right now, it wouldn't be half bad to help deal with the Greyhound that's moving around. But maybe we're just eyeing for that to go for the Panther research.
Jaeger command is now available to aid our work.
And will we see Martyr, or will we see a activated Panther research?
The enemy is seizing our territory.
Grenadiers advancing forward. Rifleman squads are engaging at range, getting some good damage there. And the Jeep is also firing away. The Jeep is at now has damage engine crit once again. Grad does get spotted once again. He may have single bomb research there, but it does get gunned down either way. Greyhound's advancing forward, trying to get some good damage here. Panzer Grenadiers receiving quite a bit of damage there. More mortar hits there on the rifleman. Panzer Grenadiers are trying to hold the line. They are behind some sandbags there. Mortar half-track's now 16 kills there. Light half-track finds a shot there and hits the rifleman squad. It looks like it does manage to hold the line in this region. A lot of efficiency gained, I see. And the rifleman squad does fall back as well. 4 command points, so he's gotten a lot of command points. And now the Panther research is being researched. By the time that gets complete, he will still need a bit more manpower in order to pull out those Panthers.
Veterancy achieved.
Men are barely needed. Don't forget. They're under attack.
The off-ground forces are seeing some fire there from the rifleman squad. They do capture the munitions point there, but now they will need withdrawal. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward. We've got these rifleman squads in the region. And these lag spikes are getting very, very problematic. Rifleman squad does get some good damage there. It does suppress and pin the flamer squad. More light half-tracks trying to hit this rifleman squad here. These rifleman squads advancing forward. Looking a little bit wounded. Panzer Grenadiers receive a bit more fire now. He's trying to overrun these Panzer Grenadiers. Let's force back the riflemen now. Rifleman squad's charging on forward, trying to get some damage on these forces. War half-track has not got any additional kills, really. Greyhound's advancing forward as well. Could be able to engage the light half-track. Light half-track now seeing lots of fire there.
infantry section ready to move out.
We got first squad of Panthers now pulling the field. Greyhound pushing way forward to forcing back the Panzer Grenadiers. The Greyhound can go around catching the points. Does find a US landmine on the tree. Doesn't lose any models, however. Heard another landmine detonation somewhere.
Forward supply lines are broken.
Panthers now pushing way forward. Good hits there on that Panzer Grenadier. Does the US player not have a mortar? That could have been his own mortar half-track getting that shot there. US player has gone for armor. Of course, we knew about that by the capture. He's gone for Allied War Machine side, so he's going for Calliope first. Good there on the rifleman. Flame Engineers advancing on forward. They also suppress and pin both of those Flame Engineers.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Our supply lines are being threatened.
Gun does find a shot there in the Panther, getting a bit of damage.
We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
Taking fire!
Luftwaffe ground forces do get forced on back there. Rifleman squad now skirting around the flanks. More mortars are raining on in. Rifleman squads advancing on forward. We have a light TF track over in this region. Mortar half track over here. Panther getting repaired on up. This Panther is a little bit wounded as well. And this Flamer Engineer does receive a good mortar hit there. This heavy cover there deployed out by going for the Luftwaffe ground forces doctrine has been very, very useful for these Panzer Grenadiers. This has provided these Panzer Grenadiers such a good fighting spot there. Light abstract pushing way forward. Getting some great hits there. Does use suppressive fire ability there onto those riflemen. Panzer Grenadiers advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto these riflemen. Both these riflemen are veteran C1. Does see a good hit there from the AT gun.
The Axis are winning the battle.
You got some mortar hits raining on in, trying to hit these forces.
Losing ground out there.
Oh, on the right flank,
We are gunned up and good to go.
Black 88 has been spotted. I think he does cancel it right there. Black 88, if gets split out, can easily destroy its AT guns. There's currently 2 of them now on the field. Now Jeep's just seeing a bit of fire there. Black 88 AT gun, see the sticky bomb there, may go down.
Enemy unit.
Will go down there.
Calliope standing by for taking casualties.
Calliope can now be pulled out on the field. He does have enough manpower right now. Panzer Grenadier now being pursued. Greyhound advancing on forward. Bars firing away against that Panzer Grenadier. This rifleman squad does get forced in back. Calliope barrage now raining on in, but it's more or less firing on the wrong side of the hill. If you look at this, there is a bit of a hill there. In fact, if you really look at it, there's actually a decent hill there. So firing down into this valley, anything along this ridgeline, it's not going to be that great. Because it will sort of scatter very, very wide. Ooh, there goes that rifleman squad. Panzer Grenadiers to fall back garrison. Engineers do see some good fire as well. Try to go for more landmines there. There goes the Flamer Engineers. Rifle squad does get suppressed there by that mortar. We pick up that bar while at it.
AK squad under fire!
We're losing ground out there.
Get your ass to cover!
Good mortar hits there on that rifleman. Now I do got Lucius being employed out in the field. He may be eyeing for the 4-man squad upgrade.
Roger.
Greyhound's advancing forward, trying to deal with this Panzer Grenadier over here. This player has quite a bit of resources. Doesn't have the tank depot yet. Has a good reserve of munitions, that's for sure.
Operations.
Armored operations, that makes it armored units can pull out faster, if I remember correctly.
We are receiving fire!
Black Idiot has been put on the field.
Victor is ours when the enemy is on us.
Rifleman squads are engaging from light cover. Calliope barrage running on in. Rocket Sword scattering around a little bit everywhere. Does get a couple good hits there, forcing back the Panzer Grenadiers. Black Idiot firing as well. Suppress fire there on the Flamer Engineer. And 222's opposite 4 does get some damage there, but does get a bit of friendly fire damage on that Black Idiot as well.
Moving up on your right!
We have the Luftwaffe ground forces capturing the munitions point now. Panther and Mortar Half-Track advancing forward as well.
The men are formed up, sir. Observation posts.
Panzer Grenadiers eyeing for the central VP. Right now the VPs are very, very similar. Slightly in favor of the Axis players. Or player, I should say. US player has plenty of manpower, munitions, and fuel. He just needs to go for a tank depot. And right now, against all these Panthers, Hellcats, M10s, or upcoming Shermans probably be a good idea. Going for another Calliope is probably not a good idea, except when you see that. I suppose the Flak Idiots on the field as well. We now have Verbal Wind deployed on the can be deployed on the field.
Complete. No enemy contact in the area.
We got now the Calliope barrage raining on in, force back that Panzer Grenadier. It's a single target, so it's not a great target from the gate. Let's get some damage there as well. I think it's gone for a second Calliope now.
Construction complete.
Yep, 2 Calliopes to on the field. He definitely needs to start getting units that can spend his munitions on and his fuel on. Because he could save the Pershing, but that Pershing's still pretty far away right now. Suppressive fire ability has been activated now.
And that's construction finished. Shore is ours.
We do have only level 1 production supply yard as well. Rifle squad's advancing forward, 2 firing away as well, and the rifle squad does fall back now. This rifle squad does get forced back. Currently, right now has 3 rifle squads. One's vet 2, one's vet 1.
Observation posts.
Greyhound's now advancing forward as well. Might get some good damage there on this Panzer Grenadier. As Grenadier does force back, he does maintain control of this munitions point. Greyhound does roll a bounce there and receives a miss there. Munitions point, or VP being captured up by the Panzer Grenadiers. And we do have this Panther getting repaired up. Black 88 has received a bit of damage there, but looks like it has still all models alive. More Calliope broth damage coming on in.
Losing ground out there.
Does get some good damage onto it, but right now on the placement on the hill, it is downhill, so that is not exactly great for the Calliope to hit. Rifle squad receiving a bit of fire from Panzer Grenadier.
Objective secure. Sniper squad descending. Receiving fire.
Over here, we got the Luftwaffe ground forces, got a forward HQ now deployed on the field.
We're losing
And
the strategic
Yosuke
sector.
is not in, yeah, it's in a different sector there. You get healed up with that Flak 88. Luftwaffe ground forces seeing a bit of fire there. They are, of course, in the effect of the forward HQ, so they will get some healing while in combat as well. Two coming around for the Rifleman squad.
Tell us what you need us to do.
And they're getting right now just annihilated. Rifleman squad, oh, it does manage to stay alive. Got a US sniper squad on the field, trying to snipe down this Flak 88. Flak 88 still has all three of its models still alive.
Losing ground out there.
Greyhound Veteran C2, but severely wounded.
Got ground activity over here. Meeting resistance.
Up here, the Luftwaffe ground forces advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto this Rifleman. And does get force back there.
Sniper's a bit of a shitstorm here.
As Grenadiers are falling back, got the sniper still moving around, 0 kills, but has been spotted because he's quite wounded. Fire barrage raining on in, gains some damage onto that Panther. Rifle squad advancing forward. Maybe we'll find just good damage onto this Flak 88. Sniper still hasn't fired a shot yet. And 222 is now firing away, getting some hits there on that Rifleman.
Yeah, target down. We're taking fire here.
Butterfly bombs now being deployed on the field. Yes, they are standing on top of one, so they may blow themselves up. They do blow themselves up. Let's get a sticky bomb there onto the Flak 88.
At this rate, we'll be taking Berlin by
Does get some damage there. The Flak 88 is very durable, so it can take quite a bit of abuse. Panzer Grenadiers trying to overrun the Riflemen, and the Panzer Grenadiers do fall back there. Sniper is at 1 kill. Let's get a second kill there now. Panzer Grenadiers are on decap the central VP. The VPs are in favor of the Axis player. And now this Flak 88 is being repaired up by the Luftwaffe ground forces.
Fire here. We got enemy troop movement.
AT gun has a bit of fire there. 2 snipers have been put on the field.
Sniper taking aim.
Let's find good shots there. Of course, with a 4-man squad upgraded, he will need to take 2 volleys of 2 in order to get wiped out. Flak 88 still firing away. Rifleman squad trying to push its way forward to capture that VP. And just pushing way forward, trying to get some hits there. Flak 88, of course, rolls some misses there on the Rifleman. And the snipers may receive some damage from the 2-2. Rifleman squad advancing forward. Mike's Ranger trying to find any more butterfly bombs. And this Rifleman squad is advancing forward. We'll just put the guns at full health. It's probably a good idea not to throw a sticky bomb onto it. Fly piece should be off cooldown now. More butterfly bombs are raining on in. 19% of the region, and some of them are being destroyed and blown up underneath their feet because they're shooting at them. Fly barrage raining on in, missing these Panthers to soften them up. He may not have sticky bomb resource just yet. I don't think I've seen him throw one just yet. Incendiary mortar was rained on in. He must have a lot of munitions income right now. Oh yeah, he has 300 and nearly 60 munitions income.
We must injure the enemy and reduce his 300 points.
Doesn't have a lot of manpower at the moment. There's a good number of infantry squads out in the field. Panther see quite a bit of use now, needs some repairs. Does take out a AT gun there. And more butterfly bombs are now raining on in. Engineers trying to recapture that VP. Over here, we do have the riflemen advancing forward, trying to get some damage onto the mortar half track. And the mortar half track, seeing more and more fire there. Armor part advancing on forward. Throw some sticky bombs onto the mortar half track, and there's 3 of them there. That should be a dead mortar half track. It does go out of control there. Live barrage now raiding on in. Of course, with the hill that he's firing down along, making quite a bit of damage there. Now we got anti-tank grenades, relatively rare research to see. Switch back to the US player since there's no music playing for the Panzer Elite player. He does find some of these butterfly bombs damaging the engine of the Greyhound. He does have this flamer nearby. Panther now in pursuit, trying to deal with that Greyhound. He will get the decap from that VP. And more fire raining in after that squad. The Greyhound has been repaired on up, may receive some more butterfly bomb hits.
Sniper is ready for action.
Fresh US sniper now deployed on the field. It does put him pop cap.
We got contact. Taking fire.
Rifleman squad and Greyhound advancing forward. He probably does have sticky bomb. Trying to go for a sticky bomb now. Let's get a sticky bomb there.
We are losing a sector.
Damage and crit has connected onto that Panther. Pocket 8 doing quite a bit of damage so far. Rifleman squad's trying to pursue that Panzer Grenadier. We've got multiple Panzer Grenadiers in this region, and the Rifleman squads do all fall back. 5P barrage are now raining on in, trying to soften up Panther. Let's get a good hit there on this Panzer Grenadier.
Enemy unit down.
And it does go ahead and decrew the Flak 80 there with some of those rockets.
That was too close. Just too freaking close.
Panzer Grenadiers on to repair up this Panther now. This Panzer Grenadier squad trying to capture the central VP.
We're losing them as fast as we're
At
getting
your
them.
service. Light mechanized here.
Greyhound receiving some much needed repairs. These armed squads going to eye the advance on forward once again. Sniper does have a lot of stuff spotted in the region. We do have, of course, an AT gun bouncing off of the Panther. Let's get another bounce there. Sniper does find a shot there on that Panzer Grenadier. Does suppress their rifleman squad there. Panzer Grenadiers do firing there. They got the Luftwaffe ground forces sprinting on its way forward. Rifleman squad still charging way forward as well. Sprint is trying to run down that sniper, unable to get the kill there. I don't think he got a single point damage there with that Luftwaffe ground forces. Greyhound does go down there. Got the 52 now receiving sticky bomb there. Gets fully immobilized. Rifleman squad does get suppressed there.
Base is under attack.
Does find some butterfly bombs on the retreat path. 5B rockets now raining on in. Softening up the region. but not doing all too well, honestly.
That has got to be worth the medal.
One of the copies may not be at efficiency 1. Yes, they're both at efficiency 1.
We're losing a strategic sector.
And the Luftwaffe ground forces will capture this VP now. Another sniper shot there.
Who do you want dead? Build it or blow it. It's all the same to us.
Let's get a good kill there on that Panzer Grenadier. Sniper at 9 kills. Could push forward, try to pick off this Flak 88.
Point is ours. What say we lock it down?
And they're trying to charge on forward. Do got an AT gun here. Some rifleman squads could throw some sticky bombs onto it. And the Flak 88 does take out that M1 AT gun. M1 AT guns cannot stay alive for longer on that Flak 88. And when I say around, I mean a very, very long distance around the Flak 88. Sniper pushes away forward. Do have a 2-2. Maybe iron to secure the flanks. Panther does not have any damage, injury, or anything of that sort. Almost getting fully repaired up. And his Panzer Grenadier maybe iron to capture the left flank.
All right, now we can call in the heavy tanks.
Tank depot has finally been built, going for a Hellcat.
Base is under attack.
Marksman squad advancing forward, maybe trying to eye for a sticky bomb. Does get a sticky bomb off there. And this Panzer Grenadier is advancing forward. Does use suppressive fire ability onto that Flamer Engineer. Curiosity now receiving some fire from the Panthers. Hellcat has people on the field. Now will be a good time to find the Calliope Barrage of a close range
Losing
Panther.
contact with one of our sectors. Base is taking fire. We're down to 200
Curiosity has received quite a bit of damage right there. There's also some butterfly bombs in this region. He's trying to push forward, trying to deal with that triage center. It does destroy the triage center. Panther does get a shot there on those rifleman squad. Has got the Panther now withdrawing from the region.
We got landmines.
His forces are now falling back. We do have
Forward
the
supply
Panzer Grenadiers
lines are
capture the left flank. And the sniper's way over here,
Losing a fuel
camouflaged.
sector.
Sniper, AT gun does find a shot there on the Panther. Panther's a little bit wounded. And US players currently at pop cap. Butterfly bombs now being deployed on the
Supply
field.
lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Hellcat receiving some small arms fire, nothing too significant. Though he is actually a little bit wounded there. May have ran over some butterfly bombs. Oh yeah, he has an AT grenade, so he received an AT grenade, didn't he?
Base is under enemy fire.
We now got the Hensel Strickland support being called on in. He needs some great hits there on these Calliopes. He does use the Allied Field Repair to help repair up the damage.
Luftwaffe here.
More Hensel Strickland reports are running on in. Rolling some misses on that one. Does get some good damage on the structures nearby. Hellcat has charged straight into his opponent's base right now. And right now there is a triple capture against the US player. So the US player doesn't have a lot of DPs remaining.
Base is under enemy fire.
As Grenadiers do earn some scarcity there. Hellcat does receive sends some damage there to the Panther. Hellcat received his first hit.
Only 100 points.
Hellcat now trying to square around the side armor and does get destroyed out by that Flak 88. Allied War Machine has been activated there, has been redeployed over here, but it doesn't look like Allied War Machine can recover it. Nor this one at the moment. US Sniper does get spotted right there, does get overrun and try to be gunned down. Hellcat charging forward, a lot of forces in this region, could throw some AT grenades onto the Hellcat. But it's there onto Hellcat. Hellcat's very, very close to death. And looks like he does get that one recovered. Even though it had a symbol on top of it, it did get it recovered. Five barrage running on in, trying to soften up Panther. Panther's getting quite wounded.
We are losing ground.
It does go to decrew that Flak 88. First squad of Fallschirmjägers have been put on the field, and likely trying to recapture this AT gun, Flak 88. And now these Hellcats do receive a large number of mine hits. We're whittling them down a little bit. There's actually a large number of mines over here as well. Good hit there, and that Hellcat does go out of control. Allied War Machine may be off on cooldown, and both of them do go down now. Yep, it was still on cooldown. Not like you had enough munitions for it either way. But it's there on the Panther. Hellcat received a good hit as well. Hellcat's almost down. And it may be on to go very, very aggressive. No landmines in front of it that I can see. Fortunately, because currently not upgraded, nor have they. Oh, they actually did recruit the Flak 88. US players still trying to play the VP game. YP barrage raining on in. May smash some riflemen a little bit. Got another YP barrage in this reach as well. Getting some good hits there. SO's Tiffany, or a butterfly bomb underneath that.
Enemy unit
Panther
down.
does decrew the Flak 88 once again. Now Pershing's been pulled on the field as well. Ultramaker does get fully wiped out. US player currently has a Hellcat, Pershing, engineers, and a single rifleman. The Panzer League player does have access to 3 Panzer Grenadiers and 2 Luftwaffe ground forces. It does, in the Panzer Grenadier squad does fall back
ground
now.
forces to take the fight to the enemy. We are losing ground.
Yes, sir.
Fallschirmjägers or Luftwaffe ground forces are to decapture the central VP. You have the Pershing advancing forward as well. Black 88 does send a good hit there onto the Pershing, and Luftwaffe ground forces will be forced back thanks to Calliope's. These dudes firing around the flanks. Sends a miss there onto the 2-2. Oh, howdy! I just saw your message there. Your Twitch message.
Welcome to the Luftwaffe, brother.
Black 88's received a bit of fire there. Panther received a bit of fire and damage. And we got the Pershing now being repaired on up. Hellcat's currently camouflaged back at base. AT gun set on up. I think that is not a fresh one. It's a little bit wounded. Are you referring to the? So you're the Panzer Elite player, I'm assuming? Yep, I think you're the Panzer Elite player. US player has been a little bit back. Has been floating a lot of resources and not really pulling out tanks all too much. Rifle squad received a bit of fire there. Luftwaffe ground forces received a bit of damage as well. And starting to capture up that VP. Flame engineers pushing way forward. Panther firing some shots there onto the Pershing, and the Central VP has been decaptured. Panzer Grenadiers advance forward. Panthers push way forward as well. Pershing starting getting closed on. We may see some. We got the Panzer Grenadiers sprinting on forward. We got the 5Bs charging on forward. Got the headshell strafing runs coming on in. HS-129P3 getting some good damage there. Panzer Grenadiers could throw an AT grenade, but it's really not that great AT grenades. Let's get a good hit there. Damage and crit there. Thus, he did lose his rifle squad. A lot of his armor is severely wounded. He probably squeezed enough munitions for allied field repair at the moment. Both does take out one of the collide piece. This one does have damage in the crit. Pershing and Hellcat pushing way forward once again. We'll see another strafing run. Pershing's almost down. Receive a bounce there. Receive a pair of bounces there. A lot of bounces down the Panthers, and there goes the Pershing, getting a bed 3 Panther now. And now we do got the Hellcat going on down as well. Pershing pushing it forward. Oh, that could be a very deadly shot there. Fresh Pershing now out on the field. Motor pool starting to get under siege. You have the engineers kept to this point here, but Fallschirmjäger's being pulled on the field.
Losing ground out there.
Fly-IP barrage raiding on in, getting some great damage on the Pershing Panthers. We got another Henschel straight to support there. Fires a volley on the Pershing. Black 8 gets a good hit there, and main gun destroyed now. It does use allied field repair there. Main gun destroyed there. It does take up the Pershing now. Looks like the engineers got fully wiped out, and he will be capturing the point now. That's right, VP has been reclaimed by the US player. The VP is currently stalled out. And looks like he will go and get gunned down now. And that is the end of the replay. This is Andryhaz saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay.